Okay, I promised I wouldn't make another video until I got back from my vacation, but this needs to be addressed real quick. February, when Gods of Egypt opened, I could swear at the time that would be the worst movie of 2016. Hands down, no competition at all. If only I could go back and slap myself in the face. Not only is 9 Lives bad, but it may be an abomination to cinematography. This movie makes me want to go to an art school and get a full film degree, then spend about 40 years of my life doing God knows what, only to come back at that art school as an esteemed professor, advertise my class around a little bit, so I can give them an assignment on the exact don'ts of making a movie, show them this waste of camera space, and give them an A+ for not hanging themselves in that classroom. The moment I walked into this movie, something just felt wrong. It opens with a couple of cat videos, that's kinda cute though, but when it gets to the big old CGI overlook of New York City, something just ticked in my body and I got this weird feeling to come over me. I was almost getting a Smurfs movie vibe. There's nothing wrong with that if you like the Smurfs movie. Personally, I didn't. To me, this movie felt old. It felt so old to me, even though it's just been released. Premise and plot honestly did feel like it belonged something early 2000s. That premise being, basically, Kevin Stacey is a lame father. He's amassed basically an entire business from the ground up and buys his family these $1 million house, all of these beautiful gadgets, all these beautiful drinks, but he's just so lame because he doesn't spend enough time with him. Grow up! Materialistic things are awesome! So his daughter tells him that she wants a cat for her birthday. So when he goes to buy said cat, he lightly throws his phone over to the gear shift on his car, and somehow that screws up the Google Maps and sends him into the back alleyway of Christopher Walken's Wonder Emporium. And since Christopher Walken is playing Christopher Walken, he automatically knows how much of a crap dad he is, and Spacey gets into an accident which puts him in the body of the cat that he bought. Like 12 years younger, just trying to explain that. But yeah, the main premise is Kevin Spacey doesn't like being a cat. What could go wrong? I'm gonna tell you a little secret. It's everything. Every action in this movie was based on no brain effort. First thing that Kevin Spacey does when he finds out that he's a cat, he stares at his hand, which is now the paw, and he just says, seriously? He seems so uninterested about it. And of course, the majority of the movie is going to be him trying to explain to his family that he's a cat. So after his first attempt of trying to write a note, because cats can't write notes apparently, his mindset immediately turns into, I could really use some alcohol right now. There's no segue whatsoever. It goes from him fumbling around with a pen and trying to open up his computer, to him then leaping on the wall of his liquor cabinet, trying to open it, so he could pour himself a little scrumpy. Not only do the poor brain choices come from the actors, but within the entire staff of this movie. I know, because the scene ends with an editing effect, a little transition effect, that's basically the equivalent of the circle enclosing on the Looney Tunes characters until the whole screen is just surrounded by black, but the one bit of color on the focal point, which is their face. You can defend it as much as you want, saying it's just a kid's movie. It's not just a kid's movie. There was someone in there that wanted to sneak some themes. Saying that something is a kid's movie does not give it a liable excuse to be crap. And here's your best point for that. Kevin Spacey's son tries to kill himself in this movie. Like legit, actually tries to kill himself. No brain power. Movie, logical decisions. I'm sorry, that was 2004 calling the one their plot back. All in all, the point I'm trying to get across is, remember the parabola I talked about? Good movie slowly gets worse, then eventually hits a point where if it gets any worse, it actually keeps getting better. We're gonna have to turn that equation into a cubic equation, because 9 Lives actually broke the point where movies are so bad they're good, and just kept going until it was just terrible. We're at the point of film transcendence. All in all, just don't see this movie. It's not even good as a bad movie. You won't chuckle at anything, and that glorious moment in the trailer where they had the cat on the pull-up bar, and he like did the terribly edited reverse pull-ups, that isn't there. The actual scene is just him sliding off the pull-up bar. I guess they just chopped it together so they could have one funny scene for the kids to reference the hang in there cat posters. Just please take my advice. Don't see it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your money. It's not worth the stomach cramps from eating too much popcorn. I think the only thing I enjoyed was these wonderful chairs my theater had. They're like these little reclining chairs. They're like mechanically functional with a little button on the side. When the best thing about your movie-going experience is the chairs. Something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going back to enjoying my vacation. Thank you very much.